Last time on Shanny Ball Z.
Hey, what the fuck?
Just remember, Egroff. PFA denied. I didn't do shit to you.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. How's everybody doing? I was just crying. Weeping, actually. I'll tell you what I was weeping about. That's what I'll make this video about first. They're gonna go, oh my God, is he going back to her? Oh my God. You know, Joey Styles, ECW, you know. Oh my God. I'm gonna put some videos together and give you front camera view. So now with that intro, you're really going to be like, what the hell is this video about? This video is about loss. This video is for everybody that's ever suffered like narcissistic abuse, but you're codependent at the same time. And I'm going to tell you that this is one of the roughest things I could ever imagine going through in my life. So why were you weeping, Rev? Why did you come on here making a video like Shanny for Christ? Weeping. Because I just wept for Shannon. The thought in my mind, I was cuddling Gavin. And I said to Gavin, you know, Gavin, you've gotten me through. So I'm going to have to pretty soon make a call that I have to part ways for these babies. I have to do that soon. I watermelon. These babies have been so good. He didn't like being touched much, ever. They've been good, baby, you know. Rev, you haven't explained anything. What are you doing? This is like a Shanny for Christ video where you're just weeping. So I was cuddling Gavin, and I looked him in the eyes, and I said to him, you've helped me so much in my life, but pretty soon we're going to be parting ways. And I said to him, I just want you to know, Gavin, that in your new adventure, wherever you go, I want you to know how much you helped me. And I said the same to Watermelon, too. But my bond with Gavin was a very deep thing. And I'll tell you, I think he felt it in his spirit. You know, I love you. In my pretty socks. Look how pretty. Am I fucking pretty for you? Fucking asshole likes to watch women cry. Stop, Watermelon, now. Watermelon, would you please stop this? I love you, and you can hang out with me. I'm gonna make a video. You still haven't told us shit, Rev. Why are you weeping? What is this deal? So after I said to Gavin, I love you, but we're gonna have to part ways soon. I felt something in my heart that I never felt before, and I just started weeping and almost choking on my own saliva, and I felt like I was gonna die. I was gasping for breath, and I think that was Shannon. I feel her right now, because that's how much despair she's in. She doesn't know what's gonna happen to her now, and I feel really bad for her with that. Because here's the fact of the matter. The house is a disaster, but I'm gonna show you. Shanny's gone. This is the spot, man. Hey, Gavin. I love you. You want food? There you go. There you go. There's Ronnie. He's got her stuffed in one box. Okay, Shanny's not here. I want you to see that Shanny's not here. Okay? Shanny's gone. Why are you making this video? You said even maybe you could forgive her. No, I don't mean this in the way that you think I mean it. Okay. Okay, boys. Oh my God, yeah. Okay. Slumber party. Ooh. There goes my fucking bipolar. Rev, is she really gone? Yeah. Rev, you gotta tell me what happened. Okay. If I had makeup on, it would have smudged all over my face, and I would have looked tragically pretty. My name is Peter Steele. I'm the bassist and vocalist for Type O Negative. Rev, fuck you. I'm not gonna watch your video. Why? You put on for 10 minutes and said absolutely nothing. Except a few things interesting. Rev, is Shani really gone? Yes, she is. Rev, you gotta stop this bullshit and tell us now what happened. I will. So today and the previous days, we'll say 3 days, have been the deciding factor in the way that this ended. There's a chain of events that led to this last event of where I am. Where the bullshit's over. How did I get there? That the bullshit down there is over and I don't have to worry about pissing someone off. That's right down there. What led to the chief of police having me right here with 2 people on the phone and explain to me like a father figure, look, you're drinking beer. Look at this room. It's in disorder. I see you don't do any rugs. That's good. You're not on rugs. I can see that you don't have any illegal, weird weapons. That's great. But I'm going to tell you that drinking cola like this and drinking a beer like this is not good for your life. And you probably need to clean yourself up. And I said, you know what? You're probably right. And he looks at me, and it was the chief of police. My mom's best friend's son. And he looked at me, and he said it in a whisper because he didn't want to piss off her down there. He said, you got to talk to your uncle. Because I have. This is the chief talking to me. I've talked to your uncle at length about this now. And he didn't know how bad this was, but I let him know how bad it is. He was here for a while with another great officer, and they eventually left. But he said in a hushed voice to me, "We're out," the chief of police. They left. What event was involved with, you guys saw she was flapping around on here with her tits and stuff. You guys all seen that. That's why they ended up coming here. What happened with that? There's some details of the story that I cannot divulge in public. But I will tell you that she cornered me in my grandmother's bedroom in here, and she put her butt against the door and sat down and said, I am not moving. You have tortured me for days with sleep deprivation, and now I'm not going to let you sleep. So she parked her butt right in front of this door that was right in my grandma's room. Right here, guys, what the f***? This is other room. Okay. Period. Hang on. Man, my bipolar is really bad. How do I know? Why? Because I was weeping not long ago. And now I'm kind of just mellow. A lot of things I want to talk to you about. You know, maybe this will be a new segment and it's be like Rev. No, my female name is JC. Jayce. JC. So it's like JC story time, you know? And I could get real weird and go like super young girly and have like pigtails, you know? I could do the pigtail look and then people buy me like Hit Me Baby One More Time dress to wear. And I'll wear it all for you, baby. You can fuck me, just don't leave me. Period. She said, I'm not going to let you sleep. She put herself in front of the door to my grandma's room and sat there and said, you have to stay here the whole day with me. I said, that's ridiculous, honey. You got to let me out of the room. I didn't call her honey. I just said, you got to let me out of this fucking room. She said, no, I'm not going to let you out of the room. Some things transpired. You call it a kerfluffle? Yeah, a kerfluffle happened. Dr. Thunder isn't bad. Another female calling me baby. I love that. She's going to strangle me. She has her back against the thing, and a kerfluffle happens. And I managed to get her to stand up because she was pinning me in the room. I was pinned in this room like this with her for about 20 minutes before I made some kerfuffly movements. And I would manage to get her at least up off the floor and standing. Then she got real agitated at me and started coming at me and tried to choke me. She didn't leave any marks whatsoever of any kind, which is fine. She's not as strong as she used to be, guys. She was pretty weak. She's pretty weak. She's bigger, but I think her spirit has broken down to the point where you could call her weak. And I got out of that situation, but she ran down the stairs very fast. And she called 911 again. And that was the visit I was telling you about, how Guy talked to me like a dad. So what happened after that? I got off the phone with Miss Jules, and I said, "Good night, Yoshi, cute Yoshi girl." And I just got a text message from her, and she called me baby, and that's cute. So I got off the phone with Jules, and wow, it wasn't 3 minutes that I got on this couch this bed, trying to get some beauty rest, when I heard people down there again. Like, what the? Oh, Jesus, the cops again. The cops were down there again. Oh, I'm sorry. Rewind. Yeah, I have to add this in there because the story don't make sense otherwise. The story of what happened. In between Jules and I being on the phone, adult CPS showed up at the door. And I got the woman's card, and Jules has the woman's card too. And she asked me about what's been going on here, and she was a very nice woman, extremely nice. And she helped me through some shit before with Shani when I was protecting her. I was protecting Shannon. And this woman suspected that I was covering for her for something. She told me that. So I told my story. And Shannon was on the couch just going, well, that's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie. She made it very bad for herself. She looked horrible to this adult CPS worker. Guess what? That was a bad move. Because that's why she ain't here now. This adult CPS worker said, I'm going to talk to the cops right now about what's going on here. And that was the push they needed to 302 her. This is what happened. The cops 302'd her. So after I heard the kerfuffle down there with adult CPS, because they called me. They said, Jason, I'm here to talk to you. There's a report on you. I got to talk to you. And I talked to her. And I said, if you want to think I'm blinking 3 times to you, I am blinking 3 times. That woman is insane. And I'm afraid for my life. Bingo. So I go back up here. I start trying to sleep again. And I hear the commotion again downstairs. I'm like, what the hell is this now? And this time it was the cops. And all I heard was the guy came up the steps about here. And he said, hey, Jason, I just want to ask you, you're not going to steal any of her stuff, right? I said, I promise, dude, I'm not going to steal a single thing of hers. No. He said, good. Okay, she's going to be out. She's out now. She's gone. She's been 302'd. But I got some really crazy news for the end of this to wrap it up. So after this happens, the commotion with the cops one more time to get her out of here, one more guy comes up the steps and he says, Jason, I need to talk to you. I don't know who the hell he is. He's a county guy, I think. Tall guy, skinny. And he goes, Jason, you got to know this place is being condemned. Been condemned. I said, what? Yeah, you have a week. You got to get out. You got it? This place is going to be empty in 1 week. And she is gone. There's no chance of her coming back here whatsoever. So I was weeping and choking on my own tears. I was weeping and choking on my own tears because the thought came into my head, it's a wonderful life. And I think Shannon was really weeping so hard that she almost would pass away. And I felt that in my spirit. And that was probably the last little bit of what I felt for her dying. And part of what helped me with that was Gavin and looking in his eyes and saying to him that you've done so much for me, boy. But chapter's end, and you have to move on, and pretty soon I'm going to have to give him to the wonderful man that I know will take care of him. That's going to happen soon, and I got his I've got his number, so I'll be texting him in the next week during the summer. So, she's gone, and she ain't coming back. So if you're out there, please text me. She's gone. Peace out.
Next time on Shenny Ball Z.